James Fackler.
Okay. How did you and Van Stone meet?
Well, I'm actually new to the area, and so it was really by, I guess you could say, by luck or by being fortunate in the right place at the right time. But we introduced ourselves, and he was telling me some of the things that he was doing with young people in the area. He was telling me how that he was involved with many things that were somewhat similar to what I've been doing in a different area of the area. Him being Philadelphia, my being out more in Montgomery County. So it was only by um, good fortune, I guess you could say, that we came across each other and found out that we had certain interests.
Okay. What made you join Reading Captains and Philly Funk Radio?
Well, again, because that was a outreach project that was already in place with what he was doing, and he felt that perhaps it was something that we both could collaborate on. And while I was not yet up to speed totally with what that was about, over time I've become more and more involved with what he's doing respective to that. And so far, so good. It's been very interesting, and hopefully, we'll be able to um, increase that much more what that subject matter is actually entailing.
Okay, so what's your future for Philly Funk Radio and Heroes LSQ and Reading Captains?
Well, considering that it's still somewhat, I guess you could say, with a lot more yet to come, that's the vision futuristically with that. Um, we're going to certainly stay relevant and current to the various subject matters that have already been covered, as well as what the future would hold. So I would just say to folks, stay tuned, and they'll be able to both see and hear some very interesting content as far as the direction that that will be taking.
Okay, okay. Explain the impact of like reading captains and like not just reading captains, the things you do for the community, especially with Van Stone.
Uh, that's, I guess you would say, a multi-pronged type of initiative where that, like with myself before, I could say collaborating with Van Stone Productions. We both have a passion for, let's say, starting with literacy, reading, and then taking that same passion and interest and following it through um, the various different platforms that exist out there today. And so, having the ability to do projects that cover literacy, that cover music, that covers those who like the video platforms, it's introducing um, young people, and that covers the age of maybe those who are from as young as age 6 all the way up through the teens. Um, and so that's that collaborative effort and working with young people and trying to extend it that much more to the outreach of the community is so far so good.
So what do you do outside of doing Heroes LSQ, Philly Funk Radio, and Reading Captains? Like you told me in the past that you did some work with like community leaders and community politicians to fight against like asthma and like all these problems with like lead paint and stuff like that.
Well, that was an initiative that I was already working on before actually becoming involved with Van Stone Productions. So although we're going to go forward and collaborate on certain issues, collectively, but specific to your question is that um, certain environmental issues. been with us for quite some time. And so we're working on tackling, I guess you could say, from an educational standpoint, things that the environmental issues involve young people who have, for instance, lung issues, bronchial issues. As an example, you have someone by the name of Zulene Mayfield in the Chester, PA area, where she's trying to bring attention to an incinerator issue that's been plaguing that city now for some time, and because it spews what would be toxic chemicals into the air, there's been a long and protracted issue with the young kids whose lungs are still developing and causing issues with them having chronic asthma at a very young age. So we developed, or actually created, a not quite yet what we would call an action figure, but from a standpoint of say a coloring book that basically takes on the issues of the environment, and the main character would be Dr. Toxic, and being that he's a negative villain, it explores all these different environmental issues that seem to be around. And currently the city council, which had their first session, I think, in January, they were addressing Zulene Mayfield's issue with the incinerator there in Chester. And so hopefully the future regarding Philadelphia City Council and them trying to address that problem will hopefully come down the road and have a positive outcome.
Can you explain the character, Mr. Toxic, for me more, and for the people that cause you explained it really good, but like for again, who is Mr. Toxic and how it's gonna relate to Heroes of the Last Q with all those other characters? Because I remember Van Stone told me that like his characters is like show diversity, and he wants like not just show diversity, but like have his characters relate to the problems of this world, and like how we can like have solutions through telling stories.
Well, the character Dr. Toxic is basically a figure, a negative villain figure that is wrong with so many different categories of the environment, negatively speaking. So, for instance, Dr. Toxic can be lead poisoning, which of course has been a long-term problem that affects, again, young people. Dr. Toxic can be all things that have to do with chemicals of any kind. Dr. Toxic is the negative villain that obviously would not be supporting things like sustainability. Dr. Toxic is climate change and global warming. And so in taking him as a character at this particular point where he's not yet, he's been out there as a figure or a mascot for something that's bad regarding all the negative things in the environment. But in working with Van Stone Productions, we're about to take him to another level where that perhaps he'll even find himself being in some of the features that they already have going with their particular characters. And hopefully we're going to try to merge Dr. Toxic into some of the other things that's already been going on with what they have with their action figures.
Okay, so that's all the things I want to talk about. Thank you for this